I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Ocassus Moonstrider, we know you are one of us, a vampire. We have observed your recent activities in Skyrim, and we are impressed with your prowess. You have undoubtedly heard that a group of vampire hunters, the Dawnguard, are reforming in an old fort near Riften. They know that we are seeking an item of great power, an Elder Scroll, in Dimhollow Crypt, not far from the recently destroyed Hall of the Vigilance. This Elder Scroll is sought after by an ancient and powerful vampire, Lord Harkon, who will reward the one who brings it to him with unimaginable power. Make your choice. Side with us, recover the Elder Scroll and bring it to Lord Harkon at Castle Folkahar, or join the prey at Fort Dawnguard, and await your inevitable demise. Be warned. The first group of vampires we sent to Dimhollow Crypt have not reported back to us, and we consider them to be failures. If they are still alive, they will not give you a warm reception, since Lord Harkon will give his reward to only one vampire. Give them a swift death before they do the same to you. Stall.
Never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall.
To come in here alone. A fool like all the rest of them.
He fought well then. Jedon and Pressoff were no match for him.
Ha! Those two deserved what they got. Their arrogance had become insufferable.
Oh, this talk is making me thirsty. Perhaps another vigilant will wander in soon.
I wish Loki would hurry it up. I have a mind to return to the castle and tell Harkon what a fool he's entrusted this mission to.
I have half a mind to tell Loki of your disloyalty.
You wouldn't dare. Shut up and keep on watch.
interfere with me?
How are you doing, my friend? Sure, I'll carry what I can. Of course. Let me know if you need anything else.
tell you anything, vampire. My oath to Stendar is stronger than any suffering you can inflict on me.
I believe you, Vigilant. And I don't think you even know what you found here.
Are you sure that was wise, Lokio? He still might have told us something. We haven't gotten anywhere ourselves.
Nothing. He served his purpose by leading us to this place. Now it is up to us to win Harkon the prize. And we will not return without it. Vingalmo and Morpheus will remain bravely after this.
Yes, of course, Lokio. Do not forget who brought you news of the vigilance in Skyrim.
I never forget who my friends are. Or my enemies.
Notes on Dimhollow Crypt, Volume 3, as written by Agavold. Divines be praised. Here at last is the breakthrough I have been seeking. All the dangers I have escaped, the traps I have eluded, and the foul Draugr I have avoided have brought me at last to this. In my previous volume of notes and observations regarding Dimhollow Crypt's possible connections to the ancient vampire clans of Skyrim's history, I wrote of a great chamber, far larger than anything else I've yet seen here in the crypt. Alas, a few wandering Draugr forced me to retreat to the earlier passages of the crypt, thus depriving me of an opportunity to study this huge cavern. Well, praise be to Stendar, for as I write this, I have just spent nearly a full day exploring that very cavern. It was a risk that proved more than worth it, because what I found in that chamber nearly defies description. Central to this huge cavern is an island of stone in a subterranean lake. Upon this island is something I can only describe as an elaborate ceremonial construction surrounded by stone columns linked by arches. There is no mistaking the stark contrast in architecture here. No ancient Nords made this stone. Here, too, were more of the gargoyle statues that I first glimpsed in earlier passageways. There is no Draugr burial site in Skyrim that contains these statues, save Dimhollow Crypt. Indeed, I am now certain that the strange construct in this main chamber was built long after the crypt, and by wholly different masters. These must be the same builders who placed the gargoyles through the crypt, perhaps to frighten away the curious. All signs seem to indicate that the masons who crafted these strange arches were servants of some ancient master who favored necromancy or vampirism. The style and craftsmanship in the stonework are not only distinct in terms of design, seeming to speak of an entirely different culture than that of the old Nord peoples, but also in skill with which they were fashioned. The cutting and shaping of the stone, for example, suggests more sophisticated tools than the crypt's original architects would have possessed. Although I feel a sense of exhilaration that my theories have at last been confirmed beyond any shadow of doubt, I am also disappointed at the lack of answers. How long ago were these new features added to the crypt? And by whom? And for what purpose? On one point, I have no doubts. I must return to the Hall of the Vigilant and share these findings with my brothers and sisters. When they see what I've discovered with their own eyes, they will no longer scoff at my theories or mock my endeavors. And when that is done, I will return to my work. For now, Dimhollow Crypt might be a mystery, but by Stendar I will see that mystery solved.
end this thing.
Who sent you here? I was expecting someone from my family. I don't recognize you. Are you one of my father's little acolytes? He's a very powerful man. Or he was at one point. I'm surprised another vampire hasn't heard of him.
Did you hear that?
You think I can't tell my own kind? I smelled you almost before my eyes were open. That's complicated. And I'm not totally sure if I can trust you. But if you want to know the whole story, help me get back to my family's home. My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you.